Islam Makhachev is set to fight for the lightweight title at UFC 280, but former title contender Michael Chandler has come out to question Makhachev's legitimacy, to which Makhachev had a few choice words for Chandler as well. And also, a famous UFC fighter was recently let go by the organization too. But first, let's break down the back and forth between these two lightweight contenders. Michael Chandler was recently asked his opinion on who will win between Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev as the title fight draws near. Chandler didn't hold anything back as he outright questioned Makhachev's record and even made a few points on why Makhachev wasn't deserving of a title shot. This is what Iron Michael Chandler had to say. He'll go on to give his prediction on the fight as he said, quote, "To make Islam the favorite in that fight is somewhat crazy, I think. Maybe that's me sticking up for Charles, because watching Charles, seeing what he's done resurrecting his career, somewhat of a couldn't be relied on up and down win some lose some journeyman, to now a very dominant champion on a win streak, he's definitely one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world. I think he goes out there and gets the job done." And this wasn't the first time that Chandler had a lot to say about this fight. When the fight was first announced, Chandler took to the mic to give his 2 cents.
Final one for me, Islam versus Charles. Who have you got in that one?
Charles Oliveira. I think Charles Oliveira gets the job done. I think Islam, not that he's not great, not that he is not highly touted, not that he is not going to be a future champion, but there should be no reason why he should ever be a favorite in that fight against Charles Oliveira. What Charles Oliveira has done over the last couple fights, finishing everybody that he's fighting, is nothing short of amazing. The resurgence of Charles Oliveira's career from relatively unknown, somewhat up and down, can't be relied upon journeyman to now legitimate #1 lightweight on the planet has been something to behold. So put some respect on Charles Oliveira's name. I think Charles Oliveira goes out there, and I honestly think he finishes him.
Well, word gets around quick in the fight world, and it wouldn't be long before Makhachev, or rather his manager, Ali Abdelaziz, was on Twitter clapping back at Chandler as Makhachev tweeted out, "Haha, your only 2 win in UFC is Hooker, who came out of loss, and Tony, who has 5 losses in the row now. Please shut up and stay in line." This isn't the first time the two have publicly gone back and forth, as after his win against Thiago Moises, Islam Makhachev was being interviewed backstage, while Michael Chandler was working the ESPN desk as an analyst, and Makhachev called him out for a fight right then and there. However, Chandler expertly skirted around that call-out. So let's take a look at this interaction, which has started to make the rounds again as the lightweight contenders reignite their beef.
You called out RDA, and you said, you asked Paul, why are these guys running from me? Are you referencing RDA specifically or someone else in the division?
You know, everybody. I see here, ESPN, Michael Chandler. Yeah. Why not? Let's go, Chandler. You come for easy fight to UFC? No. You come from Bellator. We want to give you hard time, you know. Let's do this.
All right. I love it. Well, why don't...
Tell him.
No, you tell him right now. He's right there.
Chandler, if you hear me, let's go. Let's do this. You come from Bellator. I want to check your skills.
Oh, very good. Michael Chandler, what's up? We'll send it back to you guys on that.
Slick little call out right there, but he did what he said he was gonna. He did what he said he was gonna do tonight, and he did what he needed to do tonight, which was go out there and put a big stamp on his performance. And now he's doing what he needs to do as well. He's sitting at #9. He wants to say as many names as he possibly can. Slick little call out, man. The man impressed tonight. I got to take my fighter hat off. Be the analyst tonight. He did a phenomenal job against a very tough man. And kid's got a bright future. We'll see what happens.
Even after that, Islam has repeatedly called out Michael Chandler, calling him an easy fight, as he tagged Chandler to a tweet that said, "Easy money. Title is the goal. No matter who, let's go." So it definitely doesn't seem like Makhachev is one avoiding any big challengers. All of this back and forth could be Chandler putting on his promoter hat, as he knows that Makhachev has a good shot at beating Oliveira for the belt, while he has a potential #1 contender fight against Dustin Poirier coming up. So with having already lost to Oliveira, Chandler might have a better chance at getting a title shot if it's Makhachev wearing the gold belt. And all of this back and forth could be used expertly for the build-up to that potential title fight. While in other news, sometimes 135-pounder Aspen Ladd was recently let go by the UFC. Ladd had gotten an early title push by the UFC, but that came to a halt after losing to Jermaine Durandamy, and since then, Ladd earned an unfortunate reputation for being a serial weight misser, as she had 3 fights canceled the day before they were scheduled because of how badly she missed weight. And it was often a scary sight as well, as she would be visibly shaking on the scales. Just take a look at this.
That's pretty crazy. Body is shaking. Wow. That was not cool.
In total, she missed weight 4 times, her latest one being on August 13th for the UFC on ESPN 41 event. It seems as if that was just one too many for the UFC, as they had to let go of Ladd, who had shown such potential in her earlier fights. Maybe she can get her act together in other organizations and find her way back to the UFC, as she is only 27 years old. So if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell beside it so that you're notified the next time we upload a new video. And with that being said, you just watched us break down the latest beef between Michael Chandler and Islam Makhachev and a recent UFC firing. We'll see you next time.